President of the United States.
Well, thank you very much. Hello, Florida. Hello, Tampa. I just want to thank everybody for the outpouring of prayers and well wishes. We're in great shape. Tested totally negative and really in good shape. I'm going to be in Florida tomorrow, as you know, and we look forward to it. Such an important place. We won it. It was a big part of our victory 4 years ago, and nobody's done what we've done in a short period of time. Nobody even close. So I just want to thank everybody and want to thank you for the time you're spending today. We're on this live call, and there are a lot of people on the call from what I understand, but this is the most important election in the history of our country, and I hope you can just get out and vote and don't take any chances on these ballots and all of the things that you've been reading these horrible stories about. Absentee ballot is okay, where you request the ballot and then you send it in, but the other ballots, just get out. In Florida, I think Florida knows how to do it. We have a great governor. He's on the call, and we have a great governor. We appreciate it. The Democrat Party has been completely taken over by socialists and Marxists, and you see what's going on. They want to destroy your health care. They want to destroy so much. They want socialism in health care, and that's not going to work. They embraced the policies of Cuba and socialist Venezuela, and it's a disgraceful thing that's happening, but we're going to turn them back, and we're going to turn them back much stronger than people know. Polls are looking very, very good. On November 3rd, Florida seniors will decide whether America remains the greatest nation in history, and we have built it to a level that last year, as you know, Florida had the best year they've ever had. Then we unfortunately were interrupted by the China virus with all of the problems that it caused, including death. But now we're making that turn, and we're rounding it quickly, and we have vaccines and we have therapeutics, and I think it's probably one of the reasons that just a short time ago I was sick, and now I'm 100% better, and I feel just absolutely great, to be honest with you. So we are going to have the best year we've ever had next year. After refusing to condemn the far-left rioters for months, Sleepy Joe Biden now says that voters don't deserve to know about his plan to destroy the Supreme Court, which is what they want to do. This is to put lots of far-left socialists on to defend our Constitution. I proudly nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett of the United States to be on the United States Supreme Court. Great intellect, great student. According to one of her professors who taught for many years, some of the smartest people, the greatest student he's ever had. In just 3.5 years, we've secured America's borders, rebuilt the awesome power of our military. It was in bad shape when we took it over, obliterated the ISIS caliphate, fixed our disastrous trade deals, and they're doing phenomenally well. Again, an interruption, but now we're back in the V shape, much faster than anybody ever has seen before, and brought jobs back home to America and brought them back to Florida. A lot of jobs in Florida. And only getting better. And Joe Biden will deliver a crippling shutdown. He looks to shut things down. And by the way, the World Health Organization just came out with a statement just a little while ago, hours ago, that don't shut down. So they're basically saying that I was right. These shutdowns are killing, and they're just absolutely devastating our people. And they're causing all sorts of problems with drugs and alcohol and depression and suicide and everything else. Be safe. Be very, very careful. Be safe. But also, the medicines we have now are so incredible. Mortality is down to 90. It's down 90%. It's down 90% if you think about that. To fight the China virus, we launched the largest national mobilization since World War II, and our early aggressive action has saved millions of lives. We saved at least 2 million lives. It was expected that 2.2 million people would die, and the number at 210,000 is just, it shouldn't be one. It should have been stopped by China, but people were expecting 2.2. And we've also led the fastest recovery ever. There's no nation in the world, even though we have a big one, there's no nation in the world that's recovered faster economically. From the very beginning, my administration made it a top priority to protect our senior citizens, so important to me. I'm a senior citizen. We ship personal protective equipment and over 5 million rapid testing kits to all 15,000 certified nursing homes in America. And as you know, a lot of the governors blew it very early on, but we didn't blow it. We pioneered life-saving therapies, reducing the fatality rate. As I said, it's probably down by close to 90-95%. The FDA is working to make the antibody cocktail that I received, and we're going to get it out very, very quickly. It looks like it's going to be delivered in a time literally almost immediately, and it works. I call it a cure, not a therapy. I actually call it a cure. Through Operation Warp Speed, we'll develop and distribute a safe and effective vaccine in addition. But to be honest with you, right now, getting out the antibodies, getting out the two companies, as you know, Lilly and another company, two great companies make it, and very similar, and it's powerful and it works. Under my leadership, we'll end the pandemic quickly, return to record prosperity, and next year will be the best year economically that we've ever had. We've already added a historic 11.4 million jobs in just the last 5 months. That's an all-time record. Nobody knows of anything even close to that. But if Joe Biden gets in, he'll kill the recovery, wipe out Florida's tourism. He's going to wipe it out. Impose a $4 trillion tax hike. You'll have to pay back the taxes that you've already gotten. You've gotten a massive tax, the biggest tax cut in history from me. He wants to end that tax cut. Child tax credits and everything else, $1,000 a child. Wants to end all of it. So people would have to pay, including energy, $5,000 or $6,000 a year more under the Biden plan, and that's unacceptable. In addition, he'd destroy the suburbs by abolishing single-family zoning, and he will demolish you because the economy would be so bad under the Green New Deal that your Social Security, Medicare, everything else would be absolutely devastated and demolished. For years, Biden tried to cut Social Security, as you know. You watched him for years, and he tried to cut Medicare. And quoted, when I agreed, he said that he should freeze federal spending. He meant Social Security. He was talking about Social Security. So we are not going to let him destroy your Social Security. Now Biden is pledging to give federal health care to illegal aliens. And the problem, we all have a heart, but the problem with that is everybody's going to come pouring into our country, and we now have it down at record lows. We're stopping drugs from coming in. The wall is almost completed, 380 miles. Think of it, 380 miles. We're building about 10 miles a week, and it's the wall that the border security wanted, the exact wall. It's a great, incredible impediment to people coming into our country illegally, especially very bad people, and especially during the pandemic. And Biden's plans for an unscientific economic shutdown and mass amnesty would bankrupt your Social Security system. So while I'm president, nobody will lay a hand on or hurt your Medicare or your Social Security. I want to thank some of the great Florida Republicans who are fighting by our side. They're on the call: Governor Ron DeSantis, Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Rick Scott. These are great people. They're friends of mine. They're warriors. And I appreciate them being on the call, but I appreciate what they've done. We spent the last 4 years reversing the damage Joe Biden inflicted upon this country over many, many years. And I've said oftentimes that I've done more in 47 months than he's done in 47 years, and that's true. Biden championed the globalist betrayal of Florida for half a century. That's NAFTA, TPP, and China's entry into the World Trade Organization after years of rebuilding other nations. And you see it all the time. We're finally rebuilding our nation. We're putting America first. We launched a historic effort to bring our medical supply chains back home. In 1996, Biden voted to obliterate Puerto Rico's thriving pharmaceutical industry. And it was thriving. It was doing fine. And they just blew it up. It was gone. And that was the end. And I think we're going to do very well with the votes of the people of Puerto Rico and people from Puerto Rico that are living in Florida. I think we're going to do incredibly well because they know what happened. They destroyed something that really was working. I'll reverse Biden's catastrophic decision I already have. And his decision to shut down the pharmaceutical industry was a catastrophic. And as you know, we're already bringing it back. Under my administration, the price of prescription drugs dropped by the largest amount of any other president in 51 years. We've cut Medicare Advantage premiums by 34% to the lowest rate in 14 years. and we've lowered Part D prescription drug premiums, saving seniors $1.9 billion a year. Nobody's done for the cost of medicine what I've done, and we haven't really started because the big one is favored nations, where we have to pay the lowest price of any nation anywhere in the world. As you know, many nations pay much lower than us. It's a scandal, frankly. We cut out the middleman, and we've done things that don't make me exactly popular with Big Pharma, but that's okay because I'm doing what's right. I don't need them. Perhaps they don't need me, but they're not happy. And when you see those television commercials raging, you know that your drug prices are coming down. So nobody's ever done what I've done. I've implemented the most favored nations policy for the United States, and that really means very simply that you're going to pay the lowest prices anywhere in the world. That's going to have a 50, 60, 70, 80% drop in your drug prices. We legalized the importation of prescription drugs from Canada. I've worked on that with your great governor, Ron DeSantis, and as you know, Canada pays 50% lower than us, and until everything else kicks in, we're going to be buying directly from them because they cut out the middleman. And what we had here was a political mess that took years and years and years to develop, and it was ripping off everybody that needed prescription drugs. I capped out out-of-pocket costs for insulin at $35 a month, and it's going down to much lower than that for seniors in over 1,600 enhanced Medicare prescription drug plans. So think of that, because insulin was absolutely destroying people. The cost of it was massive. I got it down to $35 a month, and it's going to go down in some cases to $1 a month. We achieved the most secure border in U.S. history, and we'll finish the wall very shortly. It'll be completed very quickly, by toward the end of the year. We invested $2.5 trillion in the U.S. military and launched the first branch of the U.S. Armed Forces in nearly 75 years. First new branch, it's called Space Force. We passed VA choice for our great veterans and VA accountability. Nobody's done what we've done. We killed the founder of ISIS, al-Baghdadi, bad guy. He was reforming it again because we wiped out 100% of the ISIS caliphate. He was trying to reform it again. We killed him. We took out the number one terrorist anywhere in the world by far, Soleimani. He's dead. He's gone. He killed many of our people, many people around the world. I withdrew from the last administration's disastrous Iran nuclear deal, and I kept my promise, recognized the true capital of Israel, and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, something that they've been working on for 52 years, and they never got it done. I got it done in about 2 minutes. And instead of endless wars, we're forging peace, as you noticed. Not braggingly, but I was nominated for 3 Nobel Prizes in the last month and a half. See what happens with that. But we have a lot of countries coming into peace in the Middle East. Nobody thought that was even possible. And the fact is, we did tremendous amounts of work that help in terms of your crime, your living standards, and also terminating we have a travel ban on jihadist regions of the world. We're not going to allow them to come into our country. We're not going to allow them to hurt our people. Under the Biden and Bernie Sanders, I call it the manifesto, it's already agreed to. They're going to increase admissions by 700%, opening the floodgates to radical Islamic terrorism. So in a second term, I'll provide school choice to every parent in America, school choice in charter schools, because a vote for Republicans is a vote for safe communities and great jobs and a limitless future for all Americans, totally limitless. And just in conclusion, I really appreciate the time you spent, and over the next 4 years, we'll make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we're taking it all away from China. China's been paying us a lot of money. We've been charging massive tariffs to China, hundreds of billions of dollars. We'll hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we'll ban deadly sanctuary cities. We'll strike down terrorists who threaten our citizens. And you notice how quiet it's been. I don't like to talk about it too much, but you notice how quiet it's been, because what we did with the Iran nuclear deal, it took the money away from Iran. And you watch, if we win within a week, they'll be in wanting to make a deal. They just want to see what happens. They'd love to deal with Sleepy Joe, and then they'll own this country, and China will own our country if a thing like that happened. But we'll keep America, and as you know, we have been keeping America out of these ridiculous foreign wars that last for 20 years, and we're bringing our soldiers back home, as you know, from Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. Most of them are home. In Syria, they're all home except we kept the oil. We'll maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we'll ensure peace throughout the world as far as we're concerned. But again, we have to take care of our own country, but it's peace through strength. We've built the greatest military in the world. We've got equipment now that Russia and every other country, China, no matter where you go, we're the envy of the world. They all know it. We have equipment the likes of which we've never had before. New rockets, new tanks, new ships, new everything, and frankly, new planes, F-35s. And frankly, hopefully, and hope to God, we never have to use it, including a total upgrade of our nuclear capability. But hope to God we never have to use it. We'll strongly protect Medicare and Social Security. We'll always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. You have my word on that. You know, they falsely advertise. They like to say it the opposite way. They make up lies and then they put it in commercials. But you're going to always be protected. Patients, they will be the ones that will not protect because the economy will go down the tubes. And once it goes down the tubes, they won't be in a position to do anything. We're going to have the greatest economy next year that we've ever had. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars. And so many exciting things that we're doing. It's really incredible. NASA is, again, the leading space center anywhere in the world. When I took it over, it was abandoned virtually. We'll teach our children to love our country and honor our history and always respect our great American flag. And we'll live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God we trust." We're not taking that down. They'd like it to be taken down. For years, you had a president who adopted horrible policies and apologized for America. Now you have a president who's standing up for America and standing up for the incredible people of Florida and our senior citizens. I will tell you, nobody has ever been better taken care of or will be better taken care of than our senior citizens. And our senior citizens all over the country, but our senior citizens in Florida. Proud citizens like you help build the country, and together we're taking back our country. We've already taken a lot of it back with draining the swamp. You see how we're catching these people left and right. They played dirty. They got caught. They absolutely got caught. But we're draining the swamp, and with your help and your devotion and your drive, we're going to keep on working. We're going to keep on winning. We're winning like we've never won before. So I just want to thank the incredible people of Florida. I want to thank the people on this line that are just, I mean, they've been friends of mine from day one. Florida's been a big thing, and I know that we have a lot of people from Tampa on the line, and, you know, Tampa's been just incredible. We'll never forget Tampa. We'll never forget Florida, and we'll never forget our senior citizens. And I just want to thank you all, and I'm sorry to take up so much of your time, but that's okay because we're all working toward the same goal, which is making America great again. And we are doing that, and it's happening a lot faster than anybody thought possible. So thank you all very much, and get out and vote. Make sure you vote. We can't let this become a socialist country. You won't have health care. You won't have anything. You won't have anything. It'll all be gone. You just look at what's happened to so many other countries where they went down that path. They have nothing. They don't have food. They don't have water. They don't have medicine. They have nothing. So thank you all for being on the line. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. I'll be down to Florida very soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the event has ended. If you'd like to support the president to make America great again, press 1 now to let him know he can count on your support. The liberal media is a 24-hour attack dog for the socialist working to defeat the president. If he can count on you to donate just a few dollars to help get the truth to the American people, press 2 now. The silent majority needs to speak up on Election Day. Join our team now as a Trump team leader by pressing 3 to help get our message out to your neighbors. Finally, the president needs everyone on this call to text Trump to 88022. Thank you, and God bless America.